happen to my patients? Can we honestly say, yes, that's not going to happen?
Now, the SA Medical Technology Industry Association is welcoming the arrival of the first batch of COVID-19 vaccines. Its members provide products required for the vaccine rollout, such as gloves, needles, and syringes. It says its members have committed themselves to take part in tender and procurement processes that are ethical and corruption-free. Let's get more details now from the association's chairperson, Dr. Avanthi-Govender Bester. Good morning, Doctor. Thank you very much for your time. Just a first overriding question. Your industry is at the center of healthcare delivery because of the kinds of products that you deal with. And I was just wondering, should your members not be among the first to be receiving the jab?
That question. So we are involved in phase 1 of the vaccine delivery. We do have key medical personnel who do go into hospitals and theatre settings, including those that are responsible for maintaining instruments, lab equipment, etc. We are engaging with the government to make sure that those critical personnel are included in phase 1 of the rollout.
Okay, that's good to hear, because I mean you play such a critical role beyond just logistics and products. Now, today we're going to be hearing from various provinces. My colleague Heidi Jokos was just telling us now, telling our viewers about how provinces are planning their rollout. Your role as SAMED, as a medical technology industry in this rollout, what exactly will it be?
So initially, we are responsible for the provision of the syringes, the needles, the PPE required, the sharps containers for the needles after administration. So we call those ancillary devices or devices needed for vaccination. There will be a tender process that's going to be put out for these devices, and our industry will be responsible for the supply and possible delivery of these devices to the areas where the vaccinations will be administered.
Now, a bulk of your members would be in the private sector, I would assume, and you need to be collaborating and partnering with government in this. How is that partnership playing itself out as we speak?
I think we had excellent experience with the first wave and the past 9 months of this delivery and supply. The collaboration is going very well. At the moment, we are looking at an analysis of what is available in the country in terms of stock of these valuable medical technologies and to see how we can get it to these vaccine sites. So I'd say, in short, collaboration and partnership is good. We are consulting on a daily basis to ensure that the vaccine rollout is well supported with all the devices that are needed for it.
Now, in your statement, you've made a comment about the best practice procurement approaches. You will not collaborate with anybody that's behaving unethically. You don't support corruption. But I'm just thinking in terms of the products you are producing, are there any concerns currently in terms of the quality and the standards of the goods?
So certainly during the first wave, we saw the many companies coming into the PPE space, and there is where we saw the corruption and quality of products coming into question. I think this time around, we are acutely aware of things like that happening again. We are happy with the tender process that is now being flouted and making sure that products that come into the country are of good quality. Of course, we can only check this once they come in with the correct testing methods. We are fortunate that these vaccine programs have been running for decades in our country. We have established standards for syringes, for needles and other medical equipment. It is on us to make sure that those standards and regulations are adhered to and that we apply these across the board for anyone who's wanting to administer these devices for the vaccine rollout.
Now, as we conclude, Dr. Govender Bester, very briefly, what gives you sleepless nights at the moment as a medical technology industry about the rollout we're about to witness in the country?
I think one of the key important matters is the supply of syringes and needles. Global demand right now is extreme, and we are very concerned that if we don't ensure the supply of these administrative devices, the vaccine rollout would not be successful. We can have a vaccination, but if you don't have a syringe and needle to go with it, not much is going to happen. So that is our key concern right now.
Thank you very much. That's Dr. Avanthi-Govender Bester. She chairs the South African Medical Technology Industry